Hi there, welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. It's the 5th year, road to six-pack abs. We're going to be doing some triceps today. And we're going to be talking about a police raid that I was in. I like to talk about addiction and how it pertains to life, lifestyles, people, places, and things. Putting yourself in places and doing things that's just gonna get you in trouble with the hopes that you don't ever. Because the last place you ever want to find yourself is in jail or prison. Really. So before we start, before you do any workout, always make sure you consult your physician. You don't want to hurt yourself. It can be more harmful than helpful. I don't want that to happen. That you're fully hydrated. That you ate maybe an hour, a couple hours before. Fully hydrated. Rested if you can. Come with a positive attitude and ready to hear a story. I was getting into a lot of trouble as a teenager. A lot of it I got away with. A lot of run-ins with the law. At the house, at school, man, I just got in trouble. Got caught. Stealing, fighting. Mainly them two. Suspicious of it, just never could make anything stick. And I did most of everything that they said. And they knew it. It just didn't have actual proof. And everything I talk about, it's already been talked about. Everybody knows it, so you can't take anything and run and say, hey, I got the answers. It was, Uncle Bill. No, I already did that. I already made sure everything I talk about, because remember, Uncle Bill's story time, these are all true stories. All this shit happened. It's for real. So 19 years old, I was running from the law. And anytime you do an exercise, you want to do the heaviest exercise first. If that's your intention to get big as muscles. And the objective is and you always want to warm up first though, before you hit that big heavy exercise, is to put the maximum amount of load on the muscle, and then you go behind it, pushing lighter weight to put the maximum amount of blood in there for your best gains. Let me get the bench. So I was the manager at Bojangles, and I was staying with my buddy. Let me drop the thing. I don't know how this is going to work. I've done it before, so. And this is a prelude. I've already mentioned bringing him on the channel before, of my buddy Wesley Waller. He had come to Jacksonville. He stayed out in Kinston, North Carolina, 7 Springs. Matter of fact, I don't even know how he ended up at the party. Ended up at my house at my party. I woke up and he was in there with this girl. It didn't matter because I was happy as hell to see him. I ain't seen him in a while. It's been a couple years, I think. So the heaviest for me would be the close grip bench press. And you can see I got an easy curl bar, and I'm at the closest. I'm at the inner where they got this groove in between the hand spots where the first hand spot meets, and I put my thumbs together out there because they're the perfect space apart. When you're coming down, breathe in through your mouth. In through your nose, coming up out through your mouth. Pretend like you're blowing it up with your breath. All the way up, all the way down. Full range of motion. It's a lot smaller than lumbar, so make sure it's up there. I let him sleep till he wakes up. Happy to see him. Wesley Waller grew up in the neighborhood I grew up in after I met him like I was like 12, 13. Wow, dude. First dude I ever knew that went to prison. And came out, taught me how to play a bunch of cards because I just knew that I was going to prison. I knew I was going to prison. I had dodged prison bunch. I dodged jail. I dodged juvenile detention. I dodged detention. I dodged it all. Straight A student. I mean, I just like to do what everybody else did, what they thought was fun. And then I did shit on my own that I thought was fun and brought other people into it. If you taking from people, if you hurting someone, if you doing things to be mischievous, hurtful, mean, especially if somebody that ain't did nothing to you, it's never gonna be cool, man. It's the wrong kind of energy and attention that you never need or want. You never need or want that kind of attention. But I had it in spades. I had it. You know, by the time I was 10, I was full-blown cussing, smoking, breaking into houses and cars, and not stealing big things. Not doing no damage or nothing, but I was. If it wasn't nothing but a pack of cigarettes or some food, or I might take some of yours, a Walkman or something, listen to it all day and bring it back. Take your bicycle, bring it back. Go up to the gas station and take what I want. Just load my pockets up. Anybody tell you, man? Damn cops all the time. Sometimes it wasn't even, sometimes it didn't have nothing to do with me. A lot of times it did. Also, you hear me say it wasn't my fault. A lot of shit was my fault. Shit, it wasn't my fault. It really wasn't my fault. Huh. One of those few people were like, hey, damn, that shit wasn't his damn fault. Telling the truth. Huh, ain't that something? You know, you get used to people lying to you and shit. You don't know what to believe no more. Hell, I'm pretty sure that nobody even watched this. Just a lot of people just probably comment and jump off the thing, and I appreciate that. Hell, I could tell the same story, and most people ain't never heard it. So him and his girlfriend, he got a good looking girl. Her name's Beth. We hit it up. He was like, yo, dog, I'm on the run from the cops. And I was like, hell, I'm on the run from the cops too. This is like 1997. He said, come on out, man. I live out in Seven Springs. Out there by Kinston. I never heard of Seven Springs up until then. Out in the cornfield, dog. My old lady's family's a bunch of loggers and stuff. She got her own place. Boy, I always got a room for you. I said, okay, I might take you up on it. It would have been a couple months. And I don't even remember how. I think he came down and was like, hey, man, like, why don't you just come out here with me? I'm bored. I need somebody out there. And I didn't have, Bojangles had transferred me from Warsaw, North Carolina and put me in Western Boulevard in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And I hated that store. I hated it. And I was supposed to do the truck one night. I was a manager there. I was supposed to do the truck. And I just didn't want to do it. Just flat out refuse. And I've never done it. I've never done that my whole life, even after that. I just didn't like the woman that was running it. She cheated and bragged like she wasn't cheating. But I seen it and I didn't want to say anything. She knew dead ass wrong. I mean, like going up in front of the road, like, yeah, I'm the best Bojangles person everywhere. And you feeding everybody 2-day-old food. You par baking biscuits and shit. And I just really didn't want to be that kind of snitch. And I really liked the company, and I really didn't like her, and I wanted to see what they would do. And they fired my ass. And I got hired the next day by another Bojangles in Virginia. I mean, it was just that fast. I mean, and I deserved to be fired because I could have handled that a lot differently, but I didn't want to never work there again. I didn't deserve to be put over there. I had worked too hard to get into the position that I was to go backwards. That was going backwards to me. And even the store that I left, I mean, that's got to be bad on you, dog. I mean, you going from like the number 3 store to the last store. 30th. There's no intriguing my brain. There's no intriguing anything. Anyway, he's supposed to get on. So, and Wesley Waller would end up working at Bojangles with me too. So I ended up going to Warsaw, North Carolina. Seven Springs, North Carolina. Then we're going to do some skull crushers. You put the bar over your chest, close grip in, and you're going to bend your elbow, pull your knuckles to your forehead. Start off real light if you ain't never did this before, because it's real easy to bust your head open. It's straight up. Breathing in through your nose coming down, out through your mouth coming up. Oh, that's tough there. That lets you know if you got triceps or not. Especially when you start going heavy. Dead in the middle of a cornfield. Dead in the middle. It was probably kick a football about 50 yards off the road, off an old little road. Probably ain't even been paved that long, you know what I mean? Nothing but fields around. It would be corn one part of the field, and then it'd go to we call them beans. Not pork and beans. Soybeans. It'd be corn, soybeans, then it might be cotton over here. Nothing but damn field. The closest store is like 6 miles in the boonies. Straight shot. No houses in between there. None. Not for that. Even then, the 6 miles is just to that store. I don't know. Remember where the closest house was. Another couple anyway. You just out there. You was out there in nowhere. Safe. You should have felt safe. I felt safe. You go take there was a couple ponds, but there wasn't no houses, just ponds. Go fishing. There did a lot of fishing. So Wesley got this bad temper, folks. And sometimes it just seems like it's out of nowhere and real asshole-ish. You know, he's like, man, are you trying to be an asshole? That's not cool. Why would you do or say that? But he's also my boy too. Straight down to your forehead. Oh man. There's a million little stories in between what's about to happen. So anyway, of course, I'm out there. I'm single. Um, I've been separated from my baby's mom for about 6 months, 8 months. On the run. I ain't got nothing going for me. I really don't have nothing going for me. I can't get a car because my tag went out and I got a warrant for my arrest, so I can't go renew it. I ain't hitting on nothing. No job. So I asked my man to ask his girl if he got a girl that she knew he could hook up with. And I think I just talked about her. But Bridget. So she's a real cool chick, Italian girl, pretty. We hit it off. So we started hanging out. She would come over, hang out. We would all hang out at her. They had been friends a long time. We did a couple of little, smoked a little bit, drank a little bit. She would drink one beer, one shot, and seemed like it was crazy, fake how drunk she would get, and not need any more the whole night and be, oh, got it. It was awesome. It was incredible. Man, if you never had a girl like that or a guy like that, just have one beer, one drink, and be like the perfect happy. Only 2 times I've ever seen where she went too much, and that's because she had 2 drinks. Imagine that. Wes would come home, man. He would go out. He had a job. He'd talk about how he went here and cussed this person out, went here and did this shit, pushed this person. Some person called him a name. It was every day, man. It's like, damn, dog, you can't go anywhere and not have to say something bad or have somebody say something bad about you. He still is a good dude, I mean, but yeah, you'll see. You'll see. So I came home one day. I was working somewhere at the time. It might have just been like a day or 2 job, you know what I mean? I don't think it was something serious. But I was watching the Bulls play. It might have even been like an old rerun or some shit. And cause mind you, this is like 97. And the Bulls was red hot. 96, 97, 98, somewhere. I was on the phone I had just got home. I'm smoking, and it's just cloudy as hell. I smoked Marlboro Reds back then, so I'm smoking a cigarette and a bowl of some weed, and it's just you can see. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see the sun coming through the windows and stuff. You just see smoke everywhere. Oh, I hear crunching. When you had a dirt road, and I tell you, it's like 50, 60 yards off the road, so when it's quiet, you can hear the crunching. Somebody pulling up in the yard. So I went and looked out the window, and it's a trailer. It's a single wide trailer off of the road. The front door is facing the road. There's a little side window right there, and the back door is facing a back field. just a field as far as you can see. And you can see a wood line way, way in the background, but it's all field. It's, when you walk out either door, when you walk out the front door, all the peripheral you see is free field, and you see the road. When you turn around and walk out the back door, all you see is field, and you see the woods way in the back. That's all there is fields. Whether they be flattened out fields or fields full of whatever damn out there growing, it's a field. No houses, no people, no nothing. Rarely do cars go by. So when you hear something, you almost go inspect to see who the hell it is. So that's what I do. Oh my God. It looked like the Lenore County Sheriff's Department got a call and said, look, we need everybody to move all your vehicles over to the address that I was at. They're giving out free money or donuts or something free, something worth doing. You got to do it or you lose your job. It's like 20. All the cop cars I've ever seen in my whole life, I ain't never seen that many. And they were pulling in still. And they was some were already out of their car. So I seen some people walking to the back. I seen some people walking to the front. And I was thinking, holy shit. Man. There is no way out. And I ain't got no reason to. I'm not bucking. I don't care. I'm yes sir, no sir after here. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. So of course it was a knock at the door. How am I going to do this? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take and bend the bar back behind my head and then come back over. Hopefully you can see it. It's not a good area. So many cops, man. Game over. Flip, 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 flip. Oh, it was over. All right. All right. So I'm going to go down to my chest. And I'm going to bring the bar over my face. Down below. What the hell? Oh, there's a safety bar there. And I'm going to come back up. Oh, no, I'm not. Man, I'm not getting. That's not how I wanted to go. So there's a knock at the door. Wesley Waller, open up. We got a warrant for your arrest. I opened the door. And so when I opened the door, there was a whole bunch of them on the porch. Off in the grass, I could see them. There was screen door, glass screen door. The glass was down. It's like, yeah, are you Wesley Waller? And I was like, no. He says, Wesley Waller stay here? And I said, I don't know. I don't live here. You mind if we check the place? I was like, no, it was locked. So I unlocked the door. When I opened the door, smoke just started billowing out. And do some tricep, yeah, behind the head extensions. You take a dumbbell, make it diamond shape around the head, put it up behind your head, and bend your elbows. Let your hands fall straight down. Bend it all the way up, low as you can get it. Keep your triceps engaged. It was so much smoke coming out. So a couple of officers came in. They was putting on gloves and shit. You got any weapons on you? I don't think they patted me down either. They took my ID card. When you're coming down, breathe in through your nose, coming up out through your mouth. Ugh. So I was in there a couple minutes, and an officer said, man, I got to get out of here because I'm afraid I'm fail my piss test. It's smoky in here. So it made me giggle a little. Because I know he was telling, I don't know if he would have failed the piss test or not. I know he was telling the truth about how smoky it was. And I thought I was going in for that. Because when I had seen that they were in the damn driveway and shit, I took my stash, and there was a stash inside the in the legs of the entertainment system. I stashed my stuff in there. You had to have a dog to find that. That was a good spot. Man, I gotta get out of here, man. I'm gonna fail my piss test, kid. Gotta get out. So one or two of them left. I was in the living room watching the Bulls game. I'm saying some kind of flashback. Might have been a Cubs game, and the Cubs game had a rain delay, so they were playing the Bulls. Highlighted that night, something like that. They normally don't have games in the afternoon. Maybe it was a Saturday. I don't remember. All these cops are in the house. Ugh! Bridget called. Thank God, too. It eased me up a lot. And I think like she had been over the night before, and I had like hickeys all over my chest and stuff, and I ain't had no shirt on. Or maybe I went to change. No, I went to change shirts. That's why they seen the hickeys. But anyway, I was sitting on a little bar thing, and I had the whole like a crow's nest view of what was going on around me. And there's just cops. They looking, and they just asked for Wesley Waller. And all of a sudden, one of the dudes is like, "Yo, turn your microphones off." And then one dude brought out these shotguns. The shotguns were Jason Monday's granddad's. Came out with these pot plants, came out with a fucking quarter bag of pot, came back out with a quarter bag of pot, came out with a bowl. You know about none of it. They seen that I was in the middle room. I had my stuff in there. But there wasn't none of everything they found up in Wesley and Beth's room. They didn't find nothing in mine. So I went in there to get ready, either to go to jail or I was going out with Bridget. Man, I'm so glad she called me. She really helped me. And right in the middle of it calling, as a matter of fact, she had to go for a second, so I hung up, and then Wesley Waller called me. Cops, there's three of them standing right there. And the dude was like, go ahead and tell him we're here. And I'll throw you in jail for obstruction of justice, interfering with just a slew of charges. Just fat. I mean, in the process of the phone ringing, he's rambling off charges. Yo, what's up, brother? Hey, man, I'm about to be home here in a little bit and shit. I got my little brother with me. We're about to go. And just kept talking. All right, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Peace. It was like 2 seconds. They had a roadblock set up. They had a roadblock set up on each side. After I got off the phone, when I went to the bedroom, and they came back, they gave me my ID card back, which normally that's when they arrest you. But I was wanted in Nassau County, and this was in Lenore. And the police departments don't really work with each other. They really didn't work with each other back then. So he gave me my damn driver's license back. Took all the shit. Gave me a paper to appear in court, but not with charges on it. It was something weird, like you won't be in trouble for it because it's not yours, but we got to give you a paper, so you need to come to court. Like, oh shit. And it wasn't even until later on that I found out that he got Wesley Wallace, my man. And come to find out, he went to court and he went to accept all the charges, and they ended up dropping them all because of legal search and procedure. They was only there to find him, not to be taking apart his whole damn house and getting what anything was in it. So that was cool, man. But I'm tell you what, that being on the run, shit, day in and day out, wondering when the next thing is. And when you at the house, everything's cool. But when you start moving, because you got to go to the store, like me, I had to go to the DMV. I had things I needed to do to get life going again. I couldn't do it because I was on the run, scared to take responsibility for my actions on fucking crimes that I committed. Excuse my language again. And that's no life. It's no life to do wrong. It's no life to commit crime. It's no life being mean. And I've been all those things and can be all those things and don't want to be any of those damn things anymore. A lot of these stories suck. They're not cool. They're not intended to be cool. They're intended to show the actions of a young man and an old man's perspective. Because I was that young man and I'm that old man now. And if you're that young man, you don't want to be you can't unsee shit. You can't unhear it. You can't undo it. It's already over. You definitely can't dwell on it. You gotta learn from it. And if you're passionate about something, you teach it. So much wasted damn time, man. It'll never get it back, and it accomplish nothing. Zero, zilch, zip. Nothing to be proud of. Triceps. We don't want to do with the triceps. We don't want to do anymore. No. I'll do some more by myself. How many do we do? If you wanted to continue doing triceps, you could do single arm. Taking palm facing face where your face is out, and then bring it down to your back, your shoulder blade, straight up, straight down. Whatever number you do to one side, you do to the other. The number is not important. How many you do right, but if you want to look for a good number, that number would probably be 6 to 10. I say 8. Straight down, straight up. Then you can do tricep kickbacks. Man, pants are gonna fall shortly. That's where you take it. Go hold the weights at your side. Kick it back. Go forward, straight back. Man, I dodged the bullet. Oh, and, I take a quarter bag and paraphernalia. It was 8 pot plants. 12. I think it was 12 pot plants. They were about this big. They was supposed to be at the damn wood line. Wood line was a good distance away too. That's where they were supposed to be. We switched them. They hadn't been glowing like a month. They were so pretty. They didn't have to take those. It could have been a tomato. They were pretty. And it could have charged me with all that. Probably would have been like probation, 6 months. It wasn't a lot. And even the charges that I was running from, I didn't get no time out of that. I was running from the damn cops, and they were fines. It wasn't even jail time. If you don't know, you don't know. It's a waste, man. And it was not, I was responsible for my own decision. So it wasn't like nobody pushed me in any direction or forced me to do anything. It's just, I was doing dumb shit and liking it. That was my reality. Play now, pay later. Then it becomes what you're playing for. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and cool it down. My shoulders are on fire. Ooh, still. It had to been about 26, 27 cops. There was so many of them. And they were cool. Nobody frisked me, nobody handcuffed me, nobody threw me down. Turn the microphones off. What? Thought it was over. My next call would have been my mom. Be like, yeah, I might have to go to jail for a while. Finally got the call. I wouldn't even go to jail for that. Hardly ever went to jail for the petty shit. And when I went to jail, it was 5 years. All right, welcome to the system. You want to keep getting in trouble? Bam! Bust your head wide open, boy. And they did too. Oh, you want to get in trouble? What kind of friends you got? What kind of parents you got? What kind of family you got? Your ass is going to prison. And folks, I seen Onslow County. I seen North Carolina versus old Uncle William Jakowski. When you see the United States of America versus you, my shit was, man, this is weed. Don't put United States of America until you get 3/4 of the vote. I bet you can't. Put like some of America. For real. United States of America. U.S. of the A versus you. It ain't got no Jamie, Jody, Jenny, Bob. USA. I remember when I first saw that. Possession with the intent to distribute 106 kilos of marijuana. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. And if you ever see that, you know your ass is in trouble too. They got a conviction rate that's out of this world. You're about to lose. You better accept responsibility. Because if you don't take it to trial, you're getting your ass hammered. Your 5 years will be 50 before you know it. And you don't get to say, oh, I'm sorry. No. Now you got 50 years to do. We offered you 5, and you think, man, 5, I can't do 5 years. And then when you do the 5, and then you do the 10 and the 15 and the 20, and now you did 30 years, but you still got 20 more. You did 4 times that 5, and it's still the same damn charge. You just decided to waste taxpayers' money, so they gave you 45 extra years, or however many they want. And if you think I'm bullshitting, look it up. Go to the other prison channels. Larry Lawton. Check him out. He'll tell you. You can look it up though. I mean, you can look at anything you want to. All that stuff's public record. And not worth it. Not even worth looking up because you shouldn't even be doing it. That was the most cops that I was involved in where they wasn't looking for me. It wasn't looking for me. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know me from a can of paint. They was looking for my friend. And I had to answer a question today. If your friend commits a crime, do you tell him? I did tell him. But I also couldn't tell him that they were there because I couldn't take that charge. I did. It's just, he understood. I mean, we talk about it. I talked to him the other day. And I'm trying to get him on this damn channel. And I went over to his house about a year ago. And the situation wasn't cool. So it wasn't like we didn't have a chance. It was more or less I didn't make the opportunity happen. So it's my fault. So I'll make amends and make it happen. Because he's got a couple real crazy stories. And he's got an incident that's on YouTube. And I believe on Rural Star and a lot of other things. But for some reason, he just ain't never been. He don't really like to do stuff like this. But I think we can get him on here. Hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. If you can, hit that like button. Stay out of trouble. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't.